Hi everybody, Island Outdoors 1 here again, and today I'm going to share with you the CAMILLUS model number 1 HAWKBILL pruner. Okay, so what I have here is another older knife from CAMILLUS, and this is a hawksbill blade, and I'll show you in a moment. But hawksbill blade works great for cutting a rope or pruning trees and shrubs or anything like that. And hawkbill pruners go way back, but CAMILLUS started making the Model 1 in 1946. This knife was probably made in the 70s through the 90s, and it has CAMILLUS New York USA tang stamp and number 1 on the back of that tang. It has a full flat ground carbon steel hawkbill shaped blade with a half stop. It has a brass liner lock and a brass center pin. We have steel liners and back spring. And we have two-tone brown Delrin plastic covers. We have a clevis or bail on the handle. And this one has a faint channel lock Meadville etch on the blade. So let's take a look at it. So here you get an idea of what a hawksbill pruner looks like. Here's a clevis or bail on the end of it, and there's the tab for the liner lock. You release that with your thumb. So this does have a safety. While you're out doing hard pruning work, it won't be able to fold up on your hand unless you release that liner lock, and it stops in the half position anyway, so if it did happen to escape the liner lock, at least it would stop halfway before you would get a cut. Yeah, what a capable blade, and they're made for doing these pull cuts, or I don't know if you call it a draw cut, but yeah, it's made for cutting branches, pruning shrubs. And this one isn't sharpened. I haven't sharpened this since I won this at an auction, but very cool knife. You can see it's pretty thick too, so you can definitely get good purchase on this knife. And the way it sweeps up in the back, it just fits in your hand good. And the reverse grip, which you probably would use it a lot, works great. And it's a carbon steel blade, so it would sharpen up easy and hold it a good edge for a nice amount of time. And it is a kind of a recurve belly to that, so you'd have to sharpen it on if you have a ceramic rod or some type of rod type sharpener. Yeah, that would probably be the best way to sharpen this. I don't particularly carry this or use it, hence I haven't sharpened it yet, but I like to have it in my collection as a nice example of a hawkbill pruner. You can see our CAMILLUS New York tang stamp, and kind of a nice brownish color that lightens as it gets to the bolster. And on this bail, I don't know if you can see where it attaches to the knife, but it's kind of got a little pattern that reminds me of almost like a clawfoot tub, but very cool. And I'm sure these were used in agriculture and horticulture quite a bit in their time. And I don't know if you can still buy a new hawkbill pruner. I imagine, as far as their usefulness in those two industries, that you could, but back in the day you could buy these from CAMILLUS, at least before 2007 when CAMILLUS closed. And what a nice working knife. if you own an orchard or you sell shrubs, or you have a lot of shrubs you need to keep pruned up, what a nice blade to help you. Very sturdy, pretty beefy knife really, and it goes into that nice hawksbill shape, so great for pruning up your trees and shrubs. And actually plants, imagine in the garden harvesting whatever it is, you know, beets or whatever needs to be sliced off the stalk. What a great knife for that. The old hawksbill pruner, and it does say number 1 on the back, but I almost want to say this was Camillus's number 7 pattern, but it was model number 1. So glad to share it with you, show you something fairly unique that you might not have seen before, and I hope you enjoyed it. And everybody have a great day. See you in my next video.